Mango trees grow wildly plentiful in South Sudan. They dig deep roots, bear much fruit, and with each seed, the harvest is multiplied. World Gospel Mission aims to emulate the mango tree with their work in southern Sudan. Their goal is to see the people's lives firmly rooted on biblical foundation, bearing fruit in transforming their communities, and multiplying the harvest by spreading the seeds of development and the gospel. That is why World Gospel Mission Sudan has been named Mango Ministries. In bearing fruit, mango trees provide a delicious treat for birds, animals, and humans. The mango fruit is the tree's contribution to improving its community. Mango Ministries wants to benefit communities in South Sudan through transformational development.
When we talk about transformational development, our strategy is to let it be people-driven. It's a bottom-up approach as to a top-down approach, where we will go into a community that has expressed a desire to be transformed, and we will let them identify their needs. And then we hope to come alongside them and assist them, not to give them everything that they believe they need. It's more of a process of helping people understand that they are the answer. As they work together and use what they already have, God will bless that process.
So far, since the ministry is still new, we were still in a process of survey. And so far, we have not yet started anything there in their community. But we have been also seeing what they have.
Some areas the team believes they will be asked to help in are in the need for improving preventative and curative health care, income generation, understanding better farming techniques, clean and convenient water, educational facilities and resources, and empowering the church.
Sudan as a country being part of Africa, and in Africa mostly we talk of malaria. The other one is waterborne diseases, and these are seasonal. The third one is malnutrition. The other disease that is very common here is worms.
According to my observation on the diseases which are found there in the community, it can be prevented through health teaching.
Now, the few things that I've seen is that in their homes, they live close to the animals, and you may never know what will contribute to their health through the animals. You know, staying with the animals, and they use the products of the animals, like cow dung, in washing, urine, in cleaning up. So those are the practices that I feel it makes them actually to become unhealthy.
When we started working with the World Gospel Missions last year, many things have happened in that they came up with a community approach whereby we do projects together, but they are really looking at the aspect of going out to the community, trying to teach these people to improve on some of their ways of lives that can make them live a better life.
Mango Ministries has identified 2 hospitals to partner with in treating the physical ailments facing the people of South Sudan. Mango Ministries believes that they can help support these hospitals through their relationship with Tenwick Hospital in Kenya.
Whether it's a visitor who's been to Tenwick in the past or someone who works there full time, we're hoping to let them know of the needs that are at these mission hospitals so that when a need comes up, we can look for a volunteer who is willing to go and help out.
Small towns throughout South Sudan do contain a few small businesses where people can earn a little income for their families. But rarely is it enough to really meet their needs. Shops all carry the same merchandise, and people who provide services have to share their business with several others, providing the same service.
The little money that I get here cannot feed my family for the whole year. We do some other things like cultivation and harvest as a way of getting food. But here I'm getting money only to buy sugar, salt, and soap for the family.
Hunger is common in South Sudan for a number of reasons. But the more common reason, I believe now, is because during these decades of civil war, people stopped planting because they had to be hiding in the bush. The agricultural part of their society pretty much ceased. Now that peace has come back to Sudan, people still are not in the habit of planting and providing for their own food needs.
And I said, because my profession is agriculture, maybe I can help these people to know how to grow their own food, because the place seems to be fertile. They have resources with them, but they have not really utilized.
Once the crops are planted, the people have no methods of irrigation, so they rely purely on rain to water their crops.
I am not able to irrigate the garden. We are just waiting for the rain to come. If there is no rain, our crops will die.
Water is one of the huge needs throughout South Sudan, not just having water, but then having clean water. Boreholes or wells are the usual means of getting water. People have to walk really pretty far in order to get the water that they need for drinking, bathing, just all the household needs that there are.
Often, there is only one well per community, creating crowds of women competing for water at the pump.
We always hear people fighting because of water.
As you know, Sudan has been in war for 21 years. There is a long gap in that period. The time of war, there was no education in South Sudan.
Many young people are looking for educational opportunities. There are primary schools, which would be similar to our elementary schools, and you will have teenagers close to 20 years of age still in elementary school because they only entered school when they were much older. As we work with the communities and look at the educational systems in their towns, we are open to what the community will cite as their needs. To look ahead, I predict that they will want to have some teacher training, and that's something that we can possibly help provide. Schools will most likely want textbooks or other learning aids, because right now you walk into a room and there is a chalkboard and that's it. One of Mango Ministries' goals is to help empower the church. We're excited about the opportunities there because we see a church that has leaders who are excited, but they just need more training.
We had the privilege of being a part of a Bible storytelling conference in Diakwe, South Sudan. And at that conference, out of 20 pastors, the average educational level was 4th grade.
When I became a Christian, I was given work to do in the church. Then the church leaders recognized me. They called me and ordained me as a deacon. At the same time, they placed me as a pastor.
As we have begun working in South Sudan, our desire is to come alongside Sudanese church leadership and ask them how can we assist them and partner with them to offer them the training, the discipleship, the encouragement, so that together we can see the kingdom of God come in South Sudan.
Each mango fruit contains a seed about half the size of the fruit as a whole. There's no doubt the tree's purpose is to have that seed planted to grow another tree and spread the fruits even farther. Mango Ministries is hoping to plant a few small seeds in South Sudan, which will bring about great change by empowering the church, improving health, and developing communities through transformational development and the gospel. A community transformed will be like a tree bearing fruit which other communities will see and desire. As transformational development spreads, the seed bearers will take the gospel with them. Consider how you may join the Mango Ministries team in reaching South Sudan.